All the new public transportation is going to be with CNG, compressed natural gas, which is less pollution than the diesel, which is working now.
Vehicles running on compressed natural gas are 25% less damaging to the environment than conventional vehicles. Compressed natural gas is also cheaper.
The CNG is less than half a pound, and the gasoline is about 2 pounds. So there is a big difference.
Industrial outpourings, as well as the emissions from power plants, contribute to the air pollution suffocating the cities. According to the World Health Organization, 1.5 billion urban residents endure levels of outdoor air pollution that exceed maximum recommended levels. Monitoring the air quality is vital to ensure the air is safe and free of pollutants.
We have 14 locations distributed around Jordan. This is basically the first stage of a bigger plan to cover a large sector of Jordan using equipment such as this.
The growing population has an insatiable hunger for energy. To satisfy this greed, more fuel has to be burned. This leads to increased CO2 emissions, the major cause of the greenhouse effect.
For this big population, in Cairo also, there is a gross increase or a huge increase in energy demand. For TV, for washing machines, also air conditioning.
The rising cost of fuel and its environmental impact means alternative sources of energy are becoming more viable and more necessary.
Fossil fuel, it is a depleted energy. The future of energy we have here in Egypt, the wind and the sun.
Many countries in the region have vast tracts of uninhabitable land, which are ideal for harnessing natural energy, like this wind farm on the edge of the Sahara.
And now we have about 310 megawatt already connected to the national grid. And we have a strategy now, the Supreme Council of Energy agreed our strategy to reach 20% by year 2020 from the renewable energy.
Jordan is a non-producing oil country. We import about 96% of our energy from outside Jordan, and it is really very costly. Just last year, the cost was about $2.6 billion. Renewable energy should be one of the major contributor for energy. It's going to be about 10% by 2020.
And it's not just big business that benefit. Governments are promoting renewable energy solutions to homeowners too.
There are no customs on solar solutions. There's no sales tax on solar solutions. These are incentives to lower the cost. The conversion of the sun's energy to heat water is really efficient, so the payback is very quick.
Tapping the Earth's natural energy using geothermal technology is another way to radically reduce the reliance on fossil fuels.
A geothermal installation needs to be compiled during the construction phase of the home. We were using the earth as a heat sink in order for us to heat our homes in the winter and cool our homes in the summer. You got Syria, you got Lebanon, especially in Jordan, certain parts of Egypt, Greece, all around the Mediterranean is perfect locations for geothermal.
But one of the most important activity that we're working on right now is energy conservation. That is very important for industry, for commercial, for residential application.
Improving the energy efficiency of industry and buildings is beneficial both for the environment and economically. Governments are introducing laws that stress environmental considerations for new constructions. Private companies are responding by improving energy and water efficiency. The main focus is financial, but there are significant environmental gains.
EMS is a consultancy firm that does green buildings, energy efficiency buildings for new construction buildings and even for existing ones. Since we are a regional company, the potential is enormous. One of the examples that I can tell you about regarding the energy saving is this hospital in front of us. We have managed to save them about $240,000 a year, and the capital investment was about $150,000 a year, so the payback period is about 8 months. On top of that, we managed to save about 750 tons of CO2 to the environment.
Aramex, a transportation and logistics company, believes in environmental initiatives. They've discovered their environmental drive is also of economic benefit.
As you know, the transportation and logistics industry are polluters at the end of the day, and we need to find ways of how we can become greener and take responsibility for what we do as we conduct our business. So like having hybrid cars, like having biodegradable packages and envelopes, and it has to make economic sense at the end of the day. And the things we're deploying are economically sound initiatives.
Environment is an economical tool. If you go environmental, be it in your car, in your house, in your waste, in your water consumption, at the end of the day, you make a financial gain. You will be able to put an investment up that will harness this environmental technologies and take advantage of it. But at the same time, the rate of return or the payback period will also be enough for you to justify your investment.
We're trying to raise the profile of environment and raise the understanding that environment can pay. The cost of environmental degradation in Jordan and in the Arab world, actually, it's around 5% of the GDP. And so once we reduce that through